hardly even see me. Oh my God. Okay. In my life, a lot shifted, a lot has changed. I have a lot going on in a lot of different directions, so that's why I've kind of been absent, but I'm back right now. Anyway, we're talking. Um, so I just kind of wondering right now. I'm thinking about several different things. I'm thinking about uh, at this point in my life, I just feel like the universe, God, whatever you have it, is asking, do you love yourself? Do you love yourself at the highest level? Are you honoring yourself? Are you honoring me in you, this God? Am I honoring the God inside of me, the God man? You know, um, and I like to think of myself as a king, but am I really acting like a king? Am I holding my head up like a king? Am I walking like a king? Am I walking in victory? Am I walking in power? Am I walking in peace, prosperity, love, joy, all these wonderful attributes? And right now I'm in an unhealthy place. There's an area in my life that's extremely unhealthy, or at least that's the perspective I get of it. And I'm wondering, kind of like other people who stay in bad relationships, bad marriages, bad places, bad work environments, all these different bad things. By staying in these things, is that a reflection of your self-esteem? Because some people, they stay through things and they tough it out and they make it through. And other people, it's like, people are telling them you need to leave, you need to leave. And I've seen some people stick in like marriages or relationships, and it's actually worked out. It's worked out. Everybody was like, you need to give up, you need to leave. They're no good for you. This, that, and the third. But they stayed. So I'm just kind of like in one of those places of my life, wondering, am I staying in an unhealthy situation to see it through, to see everything I want on the other side, or is it a lack of self-esteem, of confidence that keeps me staying? And so that's just like the question I'm asking myself, and that thought led into a thought of prayers. We all pray for different things, and does prayer work is the question. Does it? I can think of times in my life where I've prayed for things and I've gotten it. I've gotten it so much bigger. I mean, I'm living it now. I prayed for such a long time, for years, to come to New York, and I had to go through a horrible situation to get here. But as the old song says by Vestal Goodman, and I've had it stuck in my head this week, I wouldn't take nothing for my journey now. It's like I had to go through those things. But at the same time, I'm also going through something I don't want to go through right now. And it just almost seems like a seesaw. It's up and then it's down, it's up, it's down, it's left and it's right. And I'm just kind of, I'm getting tired. I'm really getting tired of it. But, yeah, prayers, we say that so different, so often, whether somebody's in a car accident or someone lost a loved one, or someone's just having a rough time. You say, I'll keep you in my prayers. And I like to think of myself as a prayer. Back when I was in the church, I was one of the ways I define myself was by a prayer warrior. And I've heard people say, excuse me, many battles are won in prayer. So I think there's something in prayer. I think there's something behind our prayers. I think there's something in the words of our prayers. I remember when I was set to come to New York the first time. Um, I didn't know at the time it was anxiety, because I was crying all the time, and I was just like almost heartbroken over this exciting thing that was about to happen in my life. And I remember I got to the place where I prayed. I said, God, whatever you need to do. And I don't pray this prayer often, but I said, it's a heavy prayer, and it's one I know God honors. Um, I prayed, whatever you need to do to stop me. If it's just not meant to be, whatever you need to do to stop me, then do it. But if I'm meant to go, open every door wide and clear. And that time, the door was slammed in my face really, really hard. And that's hard to deal with. And I knew, I always try to be conscious when I pray like that. I can only think of maybe somewhere between 2 to 4 times I've actually prayed that prayer. And that's sometimes just because I don't know what to do. The last time I did it, it turned out to be the greatest thing ever. I remember, oh my God, oh, so great. Anyway. And I'm almost there at this area in my life, and God, it scares me. It almost makes me want to cry. But, um, I prayed, whatever you need to do to stop me if I'm not meant to go. I prayed it when I came here to New York. I remember when the thought came in my head, like, you should just go to New York. I thought that's a crazy thought, Spence. It's really crazy. But then I did. I prayed. I prayed like 2 or 3 times. I said, if I'm being foolish, whatever you need to do to stop me, stop me. If this is meant to be, let the door be wide open and let it be clear. And I prayed it when I got behind the wheel and started the car. I'm like, God, you heard me. Like, if I'm not meant to do this, then stop me. Whatever you got to do to stop me, then just go ahead and stop me. And so, no, that didn't happen. It didn't transpire that way. It didn't. It, it it all was wide open. It was clear, and so I walked through the door, and here we are today. And even though things are somewhat rough and kind of crazy and bumpy and rocky, and there's a lot of things that I'm unsure of, I'm still so blessed to wake up in New York City every day. Some days it's hard to say that, but overall, I got a roof over my head. I got a nice warm bed with so many warm blankets. I got, cool air in my room, and it's so hot. I got a great view from the 12th floor. I'm in Harlem. I have a great job title. I get to do social media for the company I work with, and I love doing social media. It is so great. I would have never known I would love doing social media that much. And I'm one of those people with like could try to live without a phone and be happy. And so it's crazy that I'm in love with social media. But anyway, um, yeah. So it's I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. That door was held open. And so I'm just in this other area, y'all. I don't know. I'm getting in this area where I'm really, um, I don't know, trying to feel. I'm just asking myself another question that y'all might have too. The void. How do you feel the void in your life? And I feel like that's such a generic question. And so many people can say, you feel the void in your life by, you just trust God and you love God. Yeah, that's a cute answer, but that's not a real answer. I'm saying like when the rubber meets the road, and I mean, sometimes we say things because it just sounds nice, but really, how do you feel the void in your life? And I'm getting at a place where I'm acknowledging the things that don't feel it. I know shopping and buying things, they don't feel it. Staying out at night with my friends, don't feel it. Alcohol, marijuana, all those things, cigarettes, they don't feel it. So it's that question that it's full circle that in turn brought me to the beginning question: how am I honoring the God in me? How am I letting the God in me grow by honoring myself at the highest level? How do you honor yourself at the highest level? It's so cool because it's in a circle from that how do you honor yourself to staying in unhealthy places is a lack of confidence to just prayer words. It's all connected. It's cool. I love when things like that happen. But yeah, I used to think that I came to New York for two specific things. I came here for career and for relationship. Finding a partner, uh, finding a spouse, a husband. That's what I want. I want a career and I want family. Those are two things that mean a lot to me, and those are two things that I want, and why I came to New York. And so, yeah, I walked around, and sometimes I still struggle with it. Like if I have somebody in my life, like a real relationship, which is never what I've had, a healthy, open relationship. That's the way I don't want to say the way it's supposed to be because there's no such thing. But just open relationship where I love someone, they love me, we acknowledge that, and we don't care if the world knows, if the world doesn't know. I've not had that. I feel like I'm so close to it now, but then other days I feel so far away. And it does. It's, I don't have all the answers all the time, and that's hard for me to deal with because I like being a problem solver. But how how can I fill that void in my life? And people say you gotta love yourself, and you're the only one that can save you and rescue you, which is true. But some part of me wants to feel like that love will will fill the void. So right now I'm also trying another thing is practicing of having it as though it were here now. And no, I don't have a spouse right now, but I am, you know, thinking of the feelings I would feel, the love I would feel to be in love with being in love with someone else, to be in love with having someone to build a life with, to be in love with, there's some things I on purpose say I don't even want to imagine. I don't know what I want to imagine it's like to look at my husband and feel love because he's the father of my children and we're building something. I don't want to go that deep with it. I mean, I could, but sometimes I just want to wait till it comes and not have, like, just experience it when it's here, in an exciting way, not, try to guess or think about it in my head too much. But I'm trying to picture, the positive sides of it. How would I feel when I wake up in the morning? How would I feel in my day? How would I conduct my day? How would I conduct my money? Things like that. Where would I want to live? Those and attracting those feelings of happiness and staying on the happiness. And also, it's really cool because I'm learning so much about myself with being in that place. If you make up in a place to be happy, even in bad times, like I want to focus on happy thoughts, I want to focus on happy things, you can really learn a lot about yourself. Like I learned, I keep saying, why do I go back and forth? And I learned in that moment that I'm letting little things, little waves come up and hit me and knock me off my balance and knock me off my feet. It's like, no, you gotta stand with your feet planted firm and strong. So when bigger waves hit, just power through it. I got it. And so I'm really trying to be in that place. And I'm learning, that's one thing I learned about myself. Stop letting little things affect me. Stop letting one little thing somebody says, you know what you want, Spence. Stay firm until you get it. And so, fingers crossed, maybe next time I do a video, it'll be with someone else. Yay, or I'll have a love update. How about that? Anyway, enough of my random rants and stuff. It's just been a while, and I felt like I needed to get this out and share it with somebody. Sometimes I just talk to myself, but I just want to share this all with you all. So, the overall question was, does prayer work? In my theory, yes, it does. It does. When you have words behind it, it does. Have faith behind your words, behind what you're saying. Be mindful of what you're saying, of how you're expressing it. In prayer, that is. And always be in a season of prayer. I say prayers all day. God help me. I pray anytime I have to drive at work. Y'all know I hate driving in New York. So anytime I drive, as a matter of fact, by myself with people, I always pray. Like, because I need God and His angels to help me in these streets, because God knows these people are crazy. And again, I don't understand why I still have to keep driving in New York, but that's a whole other story in another video. I hope my shirtlessness does not offend you guys. It is hot, though. It is hot. It is hot. So, anyway, talk to you guys later. Ooh, sorry. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.